So I decided to try something a little different with this one. I'm walking back from lunch. It's December 31st, 2019. It's New Year's Eve, and I know, at least in a few sessions lately, people have been talking about changes they want to make in the upcoming year, which is typical. And I'm a big advocate of self-improvement. And I was going back through everything I've written, and in 2010, December 30th, 2010, I wrote for Psychology Today a blog called a guide to enlightened living for the lazy. And I made a bunch of suggestions, and I thought it would be good to just kind of promote that. Like, I think the thing I mostly want to say in this is that change is hard. Whatever we're trying to change, we've been wired to do it the way we're doing it for as long as we've been doing it that way. And to rewire our brains to try it a different way and make that a habit takes time. They say, 21 days to make a habit. I think that's underestimating a great deal. I think it takes a little longer than that, at least 90. Sometimes even longer than that, I would say, because change is difficult, and a lot of times people just give up. And I guess what I'm trying to say in this, first, I think you should check out the post and see some of the suggestions I made. One of them is savoring the day, like savoring something. And in it I wrote, a beautiful day. And it's been raining here in South Florida almost every day, which is unusual for this time of year. And today it is just a beautiful day, as you can see in the background. And I typically, when it's a decent enough day, which is most days, I walk to lunch and back. Which is, a little bit of exercise, which I also think is a change that people can make, like just getting a little bit of exercise. And one of the kind of anecdotes I made in the article is, I remember a long time ago, at a rehab facility, there was a guy, and I was advocating exercise. I've always been a big advocate of exercise, although I certainly do it much more regularly now than I ever did back then. I was kind of on again and off again, and not as consistent as I am now. But I was advocating. He was like, "Look, I'm overweight. I'm weak. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, it's discouraging." And to me, it's the effort that builds strength, whether it's physically or psychologically. The effort builds discipline and strength, and increases your self-esteem. There's a lot of outside noises, so I don't know how this is going to turn out, but that's pretty much it. I just want to say, have a good New Year, and whatever change you're trying to make, just stick with it, and don't expect too much of yourself. Like, change is hard, but at the same time, it's doable. Like, you can do it. And I guess that's it. Enough pep talk. Happy New Year, and good luck with the changes you're making.